Bad genetics. I used to be really fat, then really skinny. I always blamed my genetics and thought I had the worst ones. I always have felt insecure about how I looked, and despite me trying a lot, I would see little progress. When I was very chubby, on the picture here on the left, and when I was really skinny, I would do as much as possible to try to combat that. Really chubby, I'd cut my calories, train really hard, cardio, and then I got skinnier when I got much older, and I would try to bulk up, go to the gym, eat more. But I always felt my progress was always so slow and lagged. Now I never felt happy with how I looked. So bad genetics is something a lot of people think they have, and to be fair, a lot of people do have it, which absolutely sucks. It's unfair and can be so demoralizing. However, life is that way, and you know that. I know that. It's something we cannot change. So we know what we have to do, and what we have to do is to work around it and push forward. So in this video, I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you really simple, it'll probably be a shorter video on how to deal with bad genetics, how I dealt with my bad genetics. So step number 1, stop obsessing over it. Obsessing over the fact that you have a certain type of chest separation, or your shoulders don't grow as fast or aren't that broad, or your bicep peak is this type of shape, or this person said this person said that. This like black pill world, it does not help at all. I promise you, with all authenticity, it does not help at all. Instead, focus on your goals, focus on what you can control. If you only focus on the negative, you won't make better progress. This is like some stoicism thing. I think I found it here online with the Marcus Aurelius and like the ship. I'm not really into like stoicism and all that, but focus on what you can control and not just the outside. You need to focus on the positives instead of always thinking about the negatives. And this sounds like an Instagram quote or cliche, but it's absolutely true, and you will make so much more progress if you focus on the good things. If you're insecure about any part of you, focus on the progress that you can make and what the results and the final result you will have when you put in as much work as possible. For example, your chest is pretty flat. Think about, you're gonna get a big chest. Your shoulders, think about 3D shoulders when you're hitting your shoulder exercises and your sets. Think about it. You're always going to have a great workout. Just always say that to yourself. You're always going to have a great workout. Always think about the final destination of where you want to be, and enjoy your process towards that as well. Don't focus on the negatives. Only focus on like the negative part for like, obviously to better yourself, because you don't want to be like egotistical and be like, oh, I'm perfect and that's it, I have nothing to do. So then just like, there's no point of going to the gym because you're perfect already. But don't let it sabotage you. Just stop obsessing over it. Focus on that progress. An example of this would be like, if you have a taller guy versus a short guy, and the short guy's like, there's no point in me asking any girls out because the tall guy, he's tall. He's got so much, like it's he mogs me. It's a bigger advantage. That short guy just has to focus on where he can be, but what progress he can make. He has to become the best version of himself, regardless of his height, and he'll get his end goal. He'll get the pretty girl at the end. So instead of looking at the guy beside you, looking at all these people online, especially on social media and all that, focus on yourself and your end goal, because if you put in the work, if you genuinely show up every single day, you put in the work, you're doing everything right, you will have the result. You will have it in the end, just like the short guy will also have a result. Some people might have a bit of an advantage, like, okay, some guy is born like 6'4", and okay, that's like, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. But you can still become the best version of yourself and focus on yourself. So step number 2 is what I just alluded to, which is just work harder. If you have bad genetics, you have like a chip on your shoulder. You have something to prove. You have, when I was chubby and I would be made fun of, that would just push me to work harder. You have something to prove to all the haters, to yourself, to everyone. You need to work harder. You need to work twice as hard and push hard. You can't afford to stay behind or live like lesser than your potential. Use this as motivation and a reason to get up and work harder. When you are feeling lazy or undisciplined or unmotivated, which is like normal, so we get those days, and it's not your rest day, then you need to use this as fuel to get yourself to your goals. In this like case, to the gym. Focus on that. You need to just go all in. Just be the last man standing. Go all in, defy all the odds, and get to it. Step number 3, master the basics. This is really simple, really fast. Watch my other videos as well. They will help you with mastering the basics. Mastering the basics, progressive overload, tracking your protein and your calories, especially that as well. A lot of people don't have enough protein, which is really weird. Training smart and hard, and just following this advice from this video, and that's about it. Those are like the basics. There's more stuff like fixing your sleep and all of these things, which I will make a video on eventually, but that's it. So forget bad genetics is even a thing. Just work harder, stop obsessing over it, master the basics. You need to just do that, and that's it. You'll be set. Focus on other things like we talked about as well, and that's about it. So I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe, please like, and let's go back to work.